There you go.
89 WLS.
1016. We're talking about North Dakota, 3%. Oil and gas. They're doing it with oil and gas.
People are working.
And you know what? We have the ability to do that in southern Illinois. Do you know that?
We have oil, and you know what? We have this other thing called coal. You ever hear of it?
Well, coal,
when you burn
coal is leaving. Coal is going. Coal is bad. We have to get rid of coal.
Yeah, because we have it.
Yeah, coal is a bad thing. You know, they have this thing in Congress called PAYGO. It's a law they passed that says before they start a new program and have to allocate money for it, they have to either save or get taxes somewhere.
You mean pay as you go?
Yeah, pay as you go.
That's a program, or is that just a fantasy?
Well, it's a fantasy,
right.
but it's a law. They should do that. Well, they should do that with coal. Don't get rid of coal until you have the replacement. If you want to go wind turbines and solar, don't get rid of coal until you have the equivalent of turbine or solar.
Or don't give $500 million of my money to your buddy bundler from the Solyndra company that doesn't even, and it doesn't work. The solar panels. Come on.
Solar works.
People?
Solar works.
It works because a bunch of guys who were connected got paid.
Yeah, it worked for them. Well, they had a bad business model.
yeah, bad. Tell it to the grand jury.
But it was also bad business model when China is dumping solar panels in the United States at a cheaper price. Remember when they built? Remember it's the same deal with the steel when they built the State of Illinois building. They were bringing in the foreign stuff.
Well, I tell you, I want to go to North Dakota. I'm going to bring my hunting dog Zeus. We're going to go get some pheasants. How about it? Me, you, Jake, and the governor.
Robert in Waukegan. Good morning, Robert. You're on 89 WLS.
How you doing? Listen, I was up to North Dakota all last year. You want to hear my story? I'd be glad to tell you.
Real quick.
All right. Well, in the construction industry here, of course, all the jobs are gone. Retrained into trucking, got my CDL. And, of course, I couldn't get a job around here because I didn't have any experience. They wanted 2-year driving experience. But North Dakota, as long as you had a clean driving record and could pass the drug test, you had a job. The job paid about $21 an hour, and you worked about 70 hours a week. You just got to bring your house with you because there's no place to live up there. Everything's full. So you get a camper, like John said. Get a camper, tow it up there, find a place. There's jobs galore up there. As soon as you talk to somebody, anybody in a grocery store, in a restaurant, they'll set you up with a job in a matter of minutes. And sometimes you got to job hop a little bit to get the right job because not everybody up there really knows what they're doing. That's kind of new to all of them. But you get the right person up there, you get the right place to work, and you can make some good money. It was hard to be away from home. I was away from home for a year, wife and kids at home, daughter at home. Came home as often as I could. But I got my year of experience. When I got my years of experience driving the truck here, I started applying for jobs around here, and I got a job in Chicago again. So I got to come home, and from being unemployed for 2 years because of the construction industry, I'm working again, and I'm not as good off as
How much did you make? How much did you make out in North Dakota?
Well, it was all depending on how often you worked. The work is consistent, but sometimes a roofs would shut down. I was driving a water hauler.
Yeah, but what did you put on your taxes? How much was the year worth to you?
$55,000 in my first year, and I probably worked 75% of the time. Sometimes you get an 84-hour week. Sometimes you only get a 20-hour week. I was up there in the winter with an extremely terrible winter and extremely harsh. And we had 50 below zero weather, and that's difficult weather to deal with.
Would you do it again?
If I was put in the same situation, yes.
All right.
Yes, I would.
Thank you, Robert.
It was a way of saving life.
Can I get a job? Can I get a job in North Dakota shooting pheasants and feeding the workers? Because that would be fun.
Ann in Chicago. Good morning, Ann. You're on 89 WLS.
Hi. I wanted to say, my family has a farm up there, and they got the land free, generations ago when they were giving it away for homesteading. And, it stayed in the family. We rented out for grazing, and we wanted to go see it now because it's right where all the oil drilling is. And the guy who rents it said, there's nowhere to stay. The workers are pitching tents in parks because they can't build housing fast enough. So literally there's no hotels. There's just nowhere to stay. And the guy who rents it said, total stranger said, you can come stay with us. So that's North Dakota for you. But it's fascinating because it was just such a wasteland for, just generations, and now it's such a hub of activity. It's amazing to see this.
Well, that was like Alaska when they first started.
Yeah, my grandfather, I wish he was alive to see this because, he came to Chicago because he thought North Dakota was such a tough life. And he was a workaholic here, but he thought, that farm was, so much harder. And so I wish he could see what was happening with the land.
Why not build a dance hall and hotel on your land and have Miss Kitty, Miss Kitty can take care of the Pharaoh wheel or something?
Thank you, Ann. From North Dakota, John, you can see Canada.
As long as I see some ringneck pheasants flying up in front of my shotgun.
10:20.
You gotta tell them, silent breed is people!
10:22 back after this.